Today let's take a look at an iconic battle rifle, the FAL or the FAL. This is a DSA version. I ordered it with urban camouflage Dura coat, which gives it a pretty cool look to it. This was also called the right arm of the free world. Almost every free world country used this or the German G3. I like this rifle because I grew up with movies and stuff about the Cold War, the wars in Africa, you know, SWAPO and Rhodesia, etc. And this was the weapon of choice, you know, in Soldier Fortune magazine I used to read when I was younger. It's a cool rifle, so I always wanted one of these. I also saw it on Doctor Who. I was a big Doctor Who fan when I was younger. It was a crazy English show, if you're not familiar with it. And during the Tom Baker years, he was with the British military, and they use the L1A1, which is basically this rifle in an inch pattern, you know, using our inch system. This is a metric version. This is actually a Belgian version, not virgin. Anyway, let's take a closer look at this. The controls are pretty straightforward. Here's our safety. Right here you can see the safe indication. It just moves up and down. This is the bolt handle for charging it. It does not reciprocate, so you don't have to worry about that hitting your hand. This here is something I really like. I'll show you that a little bit later. This is the bolt release. And right below it, with that ring there, is the magazine release, which is pressed forward this way to get the magazine to come out. And that's pretty much all your controls that you have. This is the business end of the rifle. We have the gas plug here that holds the gas piston rod in, and the gas system is adjustable via this dial here. You can see some numbers on it. You can rotate this for different gas settings that you need. It's got the Belgian type flash suppressor on the front end of it. I need to get a real swing for it though. There's the sights. The rear sight is adjustable for windage via the screw, and for elevation via sliding this peep sight forward on the bar here. And then up front, the sight here is adjustable for elevation for your initial sight, and very much like an AR-15 sight would be. Close up of the magazine release right here, I showed you before. You pull that, rock out, very much like an AK-47. One of the cool things I think that I like about this rifle is the bolt release, which is right here. You can see this tab. And that's handy because on your last round fired, when you're right-handed, you rock your magazine in and your thumb comes right onto that, and you just pull that down and it releases the bolt. So if you were firing off of a bipod or something like that, you could really cram some rounds in there and really put some down range with rapid changes. I got the carry handle. Never use it, but I was trying to get that battle rifle look. With DSA, you can order it with or without the carry handle. They have a ton of options as far as what you want if you order one built by them, so you can get what you want. There's a look at the rear sight. Now they actually have a receiver that will take a AR-15 type sight, which will really improve the sighting system on this rifle, which is kind of lacking. They have modular rails up front now for the handguard, so it's going to have all the Picatinny 1913 rail surface you need for lights, etc. So they've really updated this at DSA. This is a more of a classic design from the Cold War era. So if you order this, you can get it pretty much the way you want. It's a pretty nifty rifle. It's a lot of fun to shoot. If I had to complain about it, I would say the grip angle on that grip there. I mean, if you think a Glock is extreme, that's a pretty extreme angle, and I'm not real thrilled about that. It doesn't really bother me, but I'd like it a little bit straighter. That's one thing I don't like about it. The Dura coat paint job was a factory paint job. I don't think they should have painted up into the innards. One of the things that I have with this is the magazines come out stiff. You can see the wear of the Dura coat coming off from firing it. Because the mags go in and out pretty stiff. And it was really stiff when I first got it. So, I don't know. I don't think they should have painted it that way. Not real thrilled with that. Otherwise, it's been pretty good. That's about my only bitch. Okay, disassembly for this rifle is very simple. You remove the magazine. It's very much like an AK mag or 9014 magazine. Make sure it's cocked. There's a breakdown lever here, which you'll rotate backwards, and then you can break the action open, very much like an AR-15 kind of. You can slide off your sheet metal top cover, although that's not always necessary. You can bring out your bolt and bolt carrier, very simply. And then that's all there is to it for the guts there. The gas system uses a gas plug up here. And you push it in, if I can do it from this angle, and rotate it around. And it will pop out like that. And you can remove your gas piston rod and spring. And that's basically all you need to do to completely field strip the rifle for cleaning. Okay, there's the rifle and the basic components after I've disassembled it. And I'll show you what the inside of the rifle looks like a little bit. Okay, there's a view of the hammer. There. And break it. Well, that doesn't help much, does it? And there you can see the side of it. Kind of look down in this area here. Guess you really can't see it. There's the gas piston will come through this hole to push the bolt carrier back. There, of course, is the chamber. Okay. You can see where the Dura coat is just like taking a pounding in there and it's coming off all over the place. Because this rifle is actually clean, but it looks pretty grimy. Pretty grimy. Assembly is pretty simple. It's kind of the reverse of what you do. You take the bolt carrier here and you reinstall the bolt. As you can see, it rides back and forth in there. And there's a closer look at the bolt face. Okay. The piston system, you've got your piston rod. It's pretty straightforward. The spring feeds on there, and it actually sticks on there pretty good. Okay. And this will run right into the front of the gas cylinder here and run in this way, like that. And then you'll take your plug, just a close-up look at that. Let me see if I can put it in from this angle. There we go. Okay, and of course you can adjust the gas system by rotating this wheel. It has numbers on it which are very hard to see, but you can rotate it from where it's a bolt action, basically one round at a time, or for dirty environments where it will really throw that brash, you know, like 20 feet away. Then to put the bolt carrier back in, you just use your release again, like I showed you before. Break it open. The bolt carrier end group will slide forward. And then of course you've got your sheet metal cover guard. And that lines up in these grooves here. If I can line it up. There we go. That slides over the top. Click it back together. And you can see that we're working good. That's all there is to the reassembly. So if you're tired of AR-15s and you want to get something before they're gone, before any potential ban, you grew up in the 80s with the Cold War, this is a very iconic weapon and it's a lot of fun. I recommend it. Thanks for watching.